Hey guys, welcome to a different kind of video. I thought it might be fun to just show you kind of a week in the life of me living in Japan. So this is going to be a little more low-key, thus the lackluster opening. Please don't click off my retention rate. I'm just kidding, we have free will, do what you want. At least that's what our Capitals overlords would like us to think. And speaking of Capitals overlords, today is a Monday, which means I have work. I am lucky, I get to work from home most days, but the weather is really nice. It's finally summer here, so I think today I'm actually going to go out and work from like a cafe. I know this really nice workspace in Shibuya, but before that, I'm almost done getting ready, but this is a disaster. My hair is a disaster. I haven't washed it in like 3 days. I try not to wash it that often. So I'm gonna braid it, finish getting ready, and then head to Shibuya. So I hope you enjoy tagging along with me for just kind of a chill, casual, vloggy type week. Let's see how this goes. Okay, and I'm done. Bam. I don't know how that turned out. I haven't seen the back yet. Let me know how it looked, guys. I did it pretty quick, and my hair is pretty tangly. I didn't fully like brush it beforehand. I have like the tangliest hair ever. So it's very high maintenance hair. Braids a little bit, but I'm gonna be wearing a hat most of today anyways because it's so hot, and you know I can't have the sun being all on my face, so it doesn't really matter that much what it looks like. So obviously living in Tokyo, you take the train everywhere, and the key to a happy Tokyo work life is to avoid rush hour. That means on weekdays, morning like 6 to 9 and evenings like 6 to 8, avoid it. As you can see, the train there is practically empty, so that made for a nice relaxing journey into one of the hearts of Tokyo, which is Shibuya, of course. Okay, we are in Shibuya, and the workplace that I'm going to is in the same building as Shibuya Sky, the really cool observation deck. So Shibuya Sky and the workspace I'm going to are all located technically like right next to the station, but Shibuya Station is a bit of a maze, so I actually spent like 30 minutes walking and trying to find this place because it was buried at the back of this Thaya bookstore here. You had to walk like through the bookstore, up an escalator to actually find the lounge, so you know, wasn't the easiest find, but once I found it, I was really excited to be here. I love these types of lounges. Okay, here we are in the lounge. I have my laptop set up in front of me, and actually I think I'm gonna just pretend like I'm talking to someone on a Zoom meeting instead of you guys, because it's embarrassing to record yourself in public and there's people around me. It's not like anyone can understand what I'm saying, probably, you never really know. So I'm just gonna pretend like I'm just talking to someone on a meeting, a Zoom call. Yes, I'm very professional, but really I'm talking to you guys. So I personally really love these share lounges. It is a flat rate, so for like the whole day, it's about $30 or so. But for that $30, you can have a really comfy, great location. They have a lot of seating. They have seating for groups. They even have like monitors you can hook your laptop into. And also their snack bar is kind of lit. They have a bunch of different like granola, cereal, snacks. They have a lot of drinks like coffee, tea. It's all you can drink, so it's refills anytime you want. They also have alcohol as well. So for that flat rate, that includes alcohol. So they even have like beer on tap. I think they have like Budweiser here, which is kind of crazy. This building too is actually right in the same building as Shibuya Sky on Scramble Crossing, so right in the heart of Shibuya. And actually my friend works at TikTok, and I'm gonna meet him for lunch today because he's right next to me. Okay, he said the TikTok office was on the 11th floor at the Hikari building. The Hikari building is this. It's also where Gojo fought at the Halloween, the Shibuya incident in Jujutsu Kaisen. Check this out. Okay, those escalators only get up to the 4th floor, so I gotta find an elevator somewhere. So difficult. Okay, I think I'm here. This is like the entrance where if you go up higher, you can get into all the office buildings. So I think we're just gonna wait here for Alvin. Hello, Alvin. Look, you have your little bed. Okay, I met up with Alvin, who's a fancy TikTok worker. This is pretty fancy office building here.
It's pretty nice, yeah. We're on a 26th floor. We can see the entire view of Shibuya and also your work.
Well, thank you for coming down to the peasant 11th floor for lunch with me, because I'm not allowed up there,
Yeah,
so.
for you, as a peasant.
Pretty much any like office building, tall mall building, train station building in Japan will have a whole floor dedicated to restaurants. So we went to a floor which had a bunch of restaurants in it in Alvin's work office, and I don't know why, but we chose this Disney Harvest Market. I don't know why this is the one that called to us. I swear we're not like, you know, obsessive Disney adults or anything like that, but it seemed fun. I got a little latte. Usually I prefer just straight black coffee, but this one had Goofy. Can you tell it's Goofy? I can almost tell it's Goofy. Look at the little Mickey Mouse thing. I will say I think the picture on the menu looked a little better, but... And then Alvin got, look, you got a little Donald Duck sticker.
Yay.
How was lunch?
It was great for a Disney restaurant.
But you're just telling me in TikTok, apparently your office, if you notice, this is not the normal business Japanese man salary uniform. Usually in Japan companies, they have really strict dress codes. But you look really casual.
Yeah, I think I'm business casual right now.
You're wearing sweatpants. He's wearing Calvin Klein sweatpants.
I look great from my
It is
torso
hot
above.
outside too. Hot outside too, and you're wearing sweatpants.
Because I work in front of my computer, so I do a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
So people can usually just see me from my torso up.
You have interviews today, you told me. You're interviewing people.
They're not going to see my sweatpants.
Oh, there's Zoom meetings, so they only see you from the top up.
But I think the culture is like very casual. People just wear whatever they want to wear.
Yeah, I was. Do you have your badge? Can I show your badge again? He was mentioning that my badge, my work badge, is a terrible picture of me they took on the very first day when I didn't know they were going to take my picture. This is his like Instagram picture, and he just got to submit that, like an Instagram model picture. Not fair at all.
Well, as a tech company, we're very casual.
I work in tech too. After lunch, I headed back, and I didn't mention, but this place also has a soft serve ice cream machine. So, of course, for dessert for lunch, I got soft serve ice cream, which I don't usually have, but it was extra delicious when it's free, or, you know, at least part of the initial admission fee that I paid. But it feels like it's free, and I feel like that's the most important thing. Anyways, after that, I worked extremely diligently until it was time to leave. You know, otsukare-sama desu. Okay, it's about 7 p.m. I am done working. Woo, usually I get off at 6, but yeah, I was in the zone, so I was like focused. You might think the day is over, but alas, we are going to meet a friend, Nico, for dinner. She's my editor, and I have some stuff to go over with her about a video and to hand some stuff off. So I'm going to Ikebukuro, that's around where she lives, for some Korean dinner. So it's about a 35-minute train ride, but it's a straight shot there. I think we can just take like the Fukutoshin line straight to Ikebukuro from Shibuya. So we're doing that now. Just kidding, I know nothing. It's like a 17-minute ride on the JR line, so we're gonna do that instead. This is why you always check Google Maps, because sometimes they have like express lines you don't necessarily know about. So yeah, even though I've lived in Tokyo for quite a while, I will still put routes into Google Maps a lot of the times because it will give you express routes, which skip a bunch of the stations in between the station and the station you want to go to, which is great as long as the station you want to go to is not one of the stations that is skipped. However, something I did not consider is, remember how earlier in the video I was talking about how the key to a happy train life in Tokyo was to avoid rush hour? Well, I was not thinking, and this is Monday at like 7 p.m., which means peak rush hour. And this is a JR line. This is a really popular line I was taking, and it was the express route too, because, you know, I thought I was being clever taking the express. And yeah, it was a very compact train ride, let's just say. It was very fun. It was the true Tokyo work-life salaryman experience, which, you know, is always a joy to experience once in a while. That was really fun. Met up with Nico. Hi, Nico. Nico, that was terrible. Do you ride that train every day? I forgot how bad rush hour was.
Which train?
I took the JR Saikyo line.
Oh, Saikyo? No.
Yeah.
I came from Futoshi.
That was terrible. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we're in Ikebukuro.
Wait,
Nico's
you went on
hood.
the Saikyo line now?
Yeah, I forgot. I wasn't thinking. I came from Shibuya because I was like working there, and I completely forgot. And it was terrible, and I don't recommend it.
It's bad this time.
Yeah, but anyways, we're here in Nico's hood, Ikebukuro, and we're going to a Korean restaurant she likes. We pretty much always have Korean, I feel like, when we're together.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Sorry.
Yay. You know it's Korean when there's K-pop on the... So what do we have, Nico?
So this is Bakaobi, or Bakarubi in Japanese, if you want to be.
It's authentic in a Korean restaurant. If you want your Japanese to be good in a Korean
I
restaurant.
don't speak Korean, so I always read the katakana,
Yeah.
like Bakarubi, and then I say it wrong. But it's basically like there's like this river of melty cheese, and on either side is like chicken, like grilled chicken with a lot of like sometimes rice cakes, like and gochujang and a lot of other stuff. It's really good, especially if you love cheese. like I do. Brazilian things, I guess.
Hello. Today is Wednesday. Whenever I see people do these day in my life or whatever, they always have a shot of them like waking up in bed. I'm following that trend. This is not what I can't even speak. I'm tired. I just woke up. People totally fake these shots on YouTube, right? Like they get up, look nice first, then go back in bed instead of literally just filming the moment they wake up. Or like what psychopaths seriously just turn on their phone and start vlogging? I guess me today. Okay, I gotta cut here. I'm not making any sense. Anyways, today is a super exciting day because I have absolutely nothing planned today. Yay! Today's just a typical work from home day. I'm gonna work from home, gonna cook dinner, maybe play some video games afterwards. Just really chill, really nice lull in the middle, you know, the calm before the storm that is the rest of this week. Oh gosh, this is why no one should film when they first wake up. It's an incoherent mess. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Bye. Okay, it's now been about 5 minutes since I've woken up, so I'm doing a lot better now. Let's see. I start work at 9. And I usually wake up around 8:30. Gives me just about enough time to do like my morning routine. So I thought I'd do that. Very exciting stuff we got going on here today. Very riveting. If you thought Shibuya was exciting, wait till you see my morning routine. It's gonna blow you away. Well, actually, the first part I'm not gonna show you because I literally go and like wash my face. So I'm not gonna take you guys to the bathroom or anything. I'm just gonna go do that. Isn't this cute though? My mom got me this. It's adorable, right? Oh, but before I go, let me show you what I wash my face with. This is my all-time favorite product. This is La Roche-Posay. I'm sure my French there is perfect. It's from France. It's a good cleanser. It also has a good like acne medication in it. I have really bad skin. I've always had really bad skin ever since I was a kid, so I still break out. So this is important to keep that under control. And then I have something cool here. It's called toothpaste. I've been using this ever since I was a little kid. I recommend it highly. Okay, and there we go, my typical get ready in the morning routine. It is now, took me a little longer this morning. I'm a little late. I already logged in and signed in at work. It's 9:10 right now. But that's okay. I have flex hours. I'm logged in. I'm aware of the going-ons at my work. I think though, before I properly get started, I'm gonna do something I do a lot, which is go grab a coffee from the local convenience and get some bread for breakfast from the local bread shop. So let's go on an adventure. Yeah, hopefully things don't implode at work while I'm gone. It's gonna be fine. Like, who does anything right at 9 in the morning anyways?
The first time I ever left America was actually when I was 17 and I went to Paris, and the number one thing that blew me away was that you could walk from your hotel to your local bread shop. I was like, that is a crazy concept, being able to walk to a different store from your house. Like, absolute insanity. That has not changed. I didn't know the word walkable city back then, but having learned that word, I've realized that is my destiny, to live in a walkable city, including also convenies, because also convenies have changed my life. This is a 7-Eleven, and it's pretty typical of me to go and get a coffee from the convenie. Really easy to take out of the cooler, depending on your convenie. But yeah, perfect morning routine. Okay, I am back and nothing imploded at work. Honestly, that whole process takes me like 5 to 7 minutes to do. All the places are like really close. There's always convenient bread shop on every corner, which is nice. And you don't even need a wallet because you can just pay with your phone. Suica, download the Suica app. I tell everyone this when they come. Just load money on there, tap your phone, and pay at all the places. So I got my convenie coffee, super deluxe. I think 7-Eleven is my favorite of the convenie coffees. Even though it's a basic opinion. And I always start with my lovely, I always like to get hash browns because I used to eat hash browns growing up all the time as a kid. So I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast, chill, and actually start to get some work done. Oh my gosh, it is so hot outside. I had to put my hair up.
I have a meeting. I have my weekly stand-up meeting where we each go over what we did this week or what we plan to do this week with like my larger IT team. Obviously, can't really go looking like this, but that's okay. I always keep a handy work-approved like shirt or blouse near me that I'll put on real quick for these meetings. Okay, hello folks, me again, bit of a break here. In case you're curious, no, this is not the same coffee, this is a different coffee. You know what I noticed getting this coffee? They jacked the price up for a large size iced coffee. It used to be 210 yen. 250 yen now. Outrageous. Inflation is getting out of hand. Anyways, I thought I'd take this opportunity to answer a couple questions that I get asked a bunch about my job. These are just questions just on my day-to-day life that I'd say I've been asked the most. I got my work laptop here, where I wrote out the questions that I get asked. Number one, what percentage of people at your company are Japanese? My company is a Japanese company, but I would say it's pretty close to half and half foreigners, half Japanese, maybe a little less, maybe like 40% foreigners, 60% Japanese, because my company deals a lot in the international market, let's say, so they have much more of a need to have international people at the company. Of course, that 40% isn't just like Americans. It's Chinese people, Indian people, Southeast Asians, Europeans. I'm there representing, the US of A. I'm the only person from America on my team. But yeah, about maybe 40% foreigners, 60% Japanese people. Question number two, how often do you use Japanese at work? Within my direct team, I don't need to. We all speak English. In fact, my boss is actually a British guy. I'm American. My other teammate speaks great English. I'm both from Southeast Asia. And even in my wider team, like one circle above that, our default language actually is English because I'm in an IT department. So most stuff I don't need to use Japanese, luckily, within my team, which is great, because if I had to try to explain what I was doing in like my Python code or something in a foreign language, I'd spend most of my time trying to communicate instead of actually doing work. However, if I'm working with a team outside of mine, like if I'm developing an app or a tool for a different team, which is like a large part of my job, Japanese might be required there, so I might have to use it to try to explain the tool in Japanese, which can be very challenging. That's honestly the thing about my job that makes me the most nervous. If I have to give a presentation to demo something like a tool I developed, explain how to use it, a lot of times the team I'm explaining it to is all Japanese people. They don't speak any English, so you need to use Japanese for that, and that's honestly a lot more difficult and stressful for me than developing the tool itself. But like on day-to-day basis, I don't have to use that much Japanese, which is great. Next question, are you a salaryman? Yes, I am a salaryman. Thank you for asking. And last question, I get asked a lot, Alyssa, what does that done sticker on your laptop mean? Wouldn't you like to know?
Obviously, I cut out all the boring stuff of me actually working on my project, but here's me pretending to work on my project, which is pretty good B-roll, I do say so myself. Anyhow, for dinner, I am excited because I'm going to make pasta tonight. In Japan, I love cooking. It's a big hobby of mine, but I tend to not cook Asian food because I can get way better Asian food than I can cook for way cheaper than I can buy it at local restaurants. So instead, I'm going to make Italian pasta, which you can't get as easily, but oh my gosh, real quick, Japanese grocery stores, I have to point out one thing besides the fact that it's super hard to find anything because everything is written in Japanese. Plastic galore. Every vegetable, every piece of meat, every single thing is wrapped in a bunch of plastic. Even the bananas are wrapped in plastic, which is crazy. On the plus side though, you can buy a lot of pre-made meals, which is nice. So I do that for lunch a lot of the time. Okay guys, welcome to my cooking show featuring my super cool knife with my name engraved on it. Ooh. First, as the start of any dish requires, you have to chop an onion. I'm not gonna walk through this step by step. Penne alla vodka is one of my all-time favorites. I love pasta, I love cooking, and honestly my favorite pasta is a half cream, half tomato paste type of sauce. And I know cream, it's not using a traditional Italian cooking. I don't care, I'm not Italian, I'm sorry Italians, sue me. It's super tasty. Fusion is the way of the future. Anyways, I do believe in the Italian method of putting a whole bunch of salt water in your pasta as you boil that. That's a really good method. But anyways, if you want a tutorial, I'm sorry to disappoint, but please enjoy this beautiful montage of me cooking this beautiful pasta. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh, I should go cook it right now again in the future here. Ooh. Yeah,
I finished my pasta, and if you can hear it, I don't know, it just started pouring down rain too, right as I was coming back from the grocery store. So like literally started downpouring when I was like right outside my door. So thankfully made that, but oh, I'm done. I'm so excited to eat. Honestly, this is like taste test here. Honestly, like, this is so good. I mean, it's not traditional. Traditional doesn't mean it's better. It means it's older. You know, I make it very much to my taste. So honestly, this is like one of my favorite pastas. Okay, I got myself a cup of tea to relax. Fun fact about this cup of tea, I actually did a tea tasting, like a Japanese tea company wanted Americans' opinion because they're trying to market their product in America. And they gave me a sample. And they have a bunch of like disposable little tea things. So that's the tea I'm drinking. Very exciting backstory. And now I'm gonna play one of my favorite games, Hades 2. It's a sequel, obviously. If you don't know, Hades 2 and Hades 1 is a roguelike based off Greek mythology. If you don't know what a roguelike is, you basically kind of like restart the run each time you die and you get a little stronger each time. If you don't know what Greek mythology is, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I'll show you like a little bit of it. I know some of you might not care about this, but I love it. I've been so into it. So yeah, please humor me. Okay, here we are. Wow, I feel like a real gamer, like a real like YouTube gamer kind of, with my tea. Here's my character. Oh, by the way, spoilers for Hades 2 if you don't want to see like anything of the game. I'm not gonna like reveal too much or whatever, but yeah. This is my pet frog. His name is Phrynos. He's really cool. I like to pet him and everything because he's a good boy. Aww. These are all these weapons, so you get to pick like what kind of weapon you want to use. Basically, if you don't know, the story is that I'm the daughter of Hades, but Kronos has come and captured my dad and my brother and my mother and locked them away at the bottom of the underworld. So now we have to progress through a bunch of different regions to reach the bottom of the underworld in order to save my poor family. First region we have is Erebus, which is like in between our world and like the underworld. This is my uncle Zeus. He's kind of a drama queen. He thinks he's kind of all that and stuff just because, you know, he's the god of like the sky. Bam, easy. So then each like little chamber you clear, you get like a reward. How come every single game in existence has like a fishing mini game? This is Selene, isn't she pretty? I am super into Greek mythology. Like I always really loved it. I read like the Iliad, the Odyssey, a book called Mythology like in school. So that's part of why like I love the game too. A lot of it's based off real mythology, but a lot of it is, you know, there's so many interpretations of each myth. A lot of them, this game also adds their own interpretations, I guess you could say.
Also, it's raining, which is really cool, so I get to go to sleep listening to the rain. Yay! Okay, actually, good night. Bye! Welcome to Friday, everybody. So I'm going to the office today. Exciting, very different from my work from home lifestyle. Remember how I said before about avoiding rush hour? That is what I always do. So instead of going in right away at like, you know, 8:30 to get there by 9 and stuff, I go in a little later, which works for me because as long as I work a certain number of hours each day, I can work anytime during that day. That's what flex hours is. It's a common program in Japan, which is really nice. So I get into the office around 11 a.m. It's pretty, it's not that crowded as you can see. Very exciting office, I know. But here's the highlight. In the break room, you have a beautiful view of the Ginza skyline. So I like coming in here sometimes. I'll take my laptop away from my monitors if I don't have something too difficult to work on and just work from the office. Also, we have a free coffee machine, which has great coffee lattes, but that's wasted on me because I really only drink black coffee. But anyways, for lunchtime, another thing I like about my building, if you go down to the first floor, they have what is very common in Japan, like I said before, is a whole level of just different styles of restaurants. My favorite was closed today, unfortunately, but I did find this Okinawa style restaurant. If you don't know, Okinawa is a prefecture in Japan. It's an island way to the south of the mainland of Japan.
and they have their own like food culture, which is really cool. So you can find like Okinawa style restaurants in Japan. I really like Okinawan food. I got the Okinawa soba, which is like soba, but Okinawa style. And by soba, I mean it doesn't really taste like soba. It tastes more like a lightly flavored broth ramen. So that's what I had for lunch, which was very nice. And I liked having the table to myself. I liked just decompressing during lunch. Another thing I really like about my building is that it has a beautiful rooftop garden terrace. So a lot of times I like to take a break and come out here. There's also a konbini right next to it. So I like to go get like maybe an onigiri as a snack and come out here during my break time. But anyways, back to my beautiful, not corporate looking at all office. And for your entertainment, here is a beautiful B-roll of me working very hard. But anyways, time to leave came around very soon. So I decided to head home at the appropriate time, of course. Okay, I got back from work and I had to pretty much immediately hop in the shower real quick. That's my beautiful bath shower head thing, because it is that time in Tokyo where just stepping outside, you immediately start to sweat and get all glistening, and you immediately feel like you need a shower, even if you just step outside for like 5 minutes. But unfortunately, I'll have to go brave the outside again, because tonight I'm gonna go see a movie with some friends, Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan. My friend is a massive Michael B. Jordan fan. It is only playing in one movie theater in all of Tokyo, and Hibiya, so I'm gonna head out to Hibiya, which is pretty close to my workplace. So it's like, it would have made more sense if I could just go from my work to the station, but I don't want to go sit in a movie theater in my sweaty work clothes. So I'm gonna get ready, and by get ready, I mean like brush my hair, because I already did my makeup once for work today, and I'm not gonna put my makeup on again to go sit in a dark theater. But still, I will try to fix this mess here a little bit. Okay, I did end up putting on a little bit of makeup. My vanity beat out my laziness, which is impressive because usually my laziness cannot be beat. But anyways, we're in Ginza, very close to where I work. Definitely worth it to go home and take a shower first. I don't regret that. So a lot of people don't come to Ginza on their first trip to Tokyo. I didn't, because it's like a business high-end district, but they have a lot of really cool restaurants and izakayas under the railroad tracks. We had tonkatsu for dinner, which if you don't know is like fried chicken cutlets. Delicious. You have to have it in Japan. And I love Ginza. Afterwards, after the dinner, we tried to find the movie theater, which should have been simple because it's like a common Ginza movie theater. But this particular Toho Cinema, you think we're here, we're not here. Apparently it has several different entrances. And then we got to that entrance you saw before, we're like, oh wait, no, that's not right. We have to walk to this entrance. So we walked to a different entrance, like, oh, this looks right. Yeah, we're here, right? Yeah, totally. We're gonna go see the movie very soon. This is like the most confusing theater. The screens are spread out in between like 4 or 5 different buildings. We're kind of late for the movie now, and it's loud. Yeah, like Pastelissa said, good job, we found the right place, right? This is the correct movie theater. Like, this looks correct. Like, look how ritzy this looks. And here's our friend Alvin to join us for the movie theater. We totally went into the right area. It wasn't that previous area, right? 100%, for sure, for sure. So yeah, we walked into the wrong theater. It turns out the right theater was across the street, so now Alvin has to carry his
popcorn
through the shopping mall as we rush to the right theater.
So embarrassing.
Yay!
Totally bought this too.
Yeah. Don't fight, guys. It's okay. So yeah, we were a little late to the movie, went to the wrong theater. We were at the right one before, but we went back and then we went back. Yeah, 20 minutes late. That's fine. That's basically the ad. So we saw most of the movie. Sinners, amazing, by the way. After we went to an outdoor izakaya, which I love in Ginza. They have a lot of outdoor seating. Magnificent. But yeah, that's a week in my life, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Roughly, that's a weekday. A weekend is a whole different story. If you'd like to see that, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed just kind of tagging along, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!